Yo, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy 𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗶𝗶𝗁, and today we're going to be talking about IRL streaming with overlays. So if you have the LiveU Solo or the 𝗔𝗳𝗳𝗃𝗀, something of that nature, then this video will be very relevant towards you, because if you were streaming directly from the LiveU, there's no overlays. You can't switch up the scenes. What if you have to go to the bathroom and you need to put it on towards a different scene? And you don't want to cut off that broadcast. That's what this will come in play. Is we're going to be streaming from the LiveU or the 𝗔𝗳𝗃𝗀, and it's going to pull that feed from our RTMP server, which I hope that you have all watched. If not, it's highly critical that you pause this video, you watch that video, you set that all up. Links will be in the description for all you Windows 10 users, or if you want to set up a RTMP server on a Ubuntu or a Debian operating system, it'll be up your alley. So watch those videos. It's highly required for you to set up this RTMP server for this video to actually work. So we're going to be showing you how to do it from your OBS or your Streamlabs OBS. Then you can remote control into either of those apps, and you can switch up the scenes. So this is like a normal scene. This is the Be Right Back scene, an example scene. These are just, they're just examples for the videos. The difference between setting up with the OBS Studio and the Streamlabs OBS, the Streamlabs OBS has more control. So if you stream from the Streamlabs OBS, this is your best friend. Streamlabs OBS for remote controls doesn't have too much options. You can switch scenes, and there's a little bit more stuff, but not as much as what Streamlabs OBS has to offer. So we're going to be port forwarding, and I'm going to be showing you how to set this up on your LiveU Solo. I'm sorry I don't have a 𝗔𝗳𝗃𝗀, but hopefully you can figure out, if you have a 𝗔𝗳𝗃𝗀, for yourselves, of how to set this all up. Okay, that was a mouthful. If you guys can do me one big happy favor, is to hit the big red button that subscribe, hit the post notifications. I do live stream on Mixer, so if you have any questions, come through on mixer.com/𝗵𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 because I'm really pushing for Reddit. So links are in the description. Let's go ahead and jump right into this. First thing is we're going to start with Streamlabs, or excuse me, OBS Studios, then we'll mess with Streamlabs. So we're going to put this all in one video. I'll leave a timestamp in the description of which one is your preferred program of what you want to set up. But we're going to do Streamlabs, or excuse me, we're going to do OBS Studios first. You're going to go click on this link where it says the GitHub 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗁𝗶𝗀𝗀 OBS Websocket, and you're going to scroll down. You want to make sure that you have this bookmarked, and you're going to click on releases because we're going to download a add-on. And if you want to download the Windows installer, it'll just automatically install and you're set. If you just want to get the Windows zip folder, just download it. Then you're going to open it. So let's see. Let's go ahead and open it. You're going to drag and drop these two files in towards your C drive, wherever your OBS is installed. So it will be OBS Studios, and just drag and drop right in here. And that's basically it. And make sure that you exit OBS. If you haven't, then restart it as admin. And what you want to do is you're going to port forward the OBS WebSocket because you are IRL streaming. You want to remote in towards your OBS and switch to the different scenes. So after you port forward, which I already have towards my computer. So to pull up your IP, you got to go to command prompt, IP config, scroll up a bit, and it's either that you're connected with an Ethernet adapter, you're connected wirelessly, and then you'll get your IP address and you'll port forward accordingly. If you don't know how to port forward, links will be in the description for a video of how to port forward. I strongly recommend of setting up a static IP on this computer. So what I mean is a static IP will never change versus a dynamic. Dynamic means it will always change. Not essentially every time that you reboot the computer, but it could happen. So you could right click, go to network and internet options, click on change adapter options. I'm on Ethernet, you could be on Wi-Fi, but right click, click on properties, and you're gonna go towards the Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IPv4. Double click on that, and then you are going to, where is command prompt? You're going to copy and paste of what you see. So IPv4 10.0.0.6, that's mine. So I'm gonna put that in right here. The subnet mask, I'm gonna copy the subnet mask, and it'll be right here. The default gateway, copy the default gateway and leave that in here. You can also change up your DNS. You don't have to, just leave it at automatic and just hit OK. And if you don't happen to have internet for whatever reason, if you somehow mess up, go back to Internet Version Protocol 4 and go back to obtain an IP address automatically, and you're good. Then you'll have internet again. So just redo the steps until you have internet access and until you have a static IP. We go ahead and hit OK. So now every time that I reboot this computer, it will always have the 10.0.0.6 IP address. It's specifically assigned. So now I don't have to worry about port forwarding towards a different IP address on this computer if it does change. So let's go ahead and move this on the side. Actually, let's close out of here. So now that you port forward the 4444, awesome. If it didn't work for you, I would go towards the Windows firewall, hit the Windows key, Windows firewall, and it'll say, so type this out until you see Windows Defender Firewall with advanced security, and this will pop up for you. Then you're going to go towards your inbound rules and your outbound rules. Make sure that you set up a DCP and a UDP rule. So hit new rule, go to port, click next, and TCP, okay, cool, 4444. And you hit next, then you save it, then you name it, then you do it all over again with the UDP, then you save it, you name it, then you go to your outbound rules and you do the same process. So let's go ahead and get out of there. So let's go towards the OBS tablet remote. For some reason, if you have HTTPS, all right, if it has HTTPS and you have that enabled, it does not like HTTPS, which is weird, but you want to get rid of the HTTPS and just have HTTP. So this is where we're going to be talking about, you can do this locally, which you'll just hit connect and then you can just change up the scenes. So scene 2, scene 3, enable microphone, disable microphone. Now you can see the things go red right here, which is pretty cool. So, but we're IRL streamers. We need to connect outside, and localhost, or connect from the outside, and localhost does not do that. So it's either that you go to ipchicken.com or what is my IP, and you actually get your internet IP and you paste that right here, or you can also set up a DNS, which I have, which is going to be noip.com, and then you get your DNS right here. You set up your DNS, it'll automatically pull your IP address and save it. Then you can put in your DNS server right here and hit connect, and now you're connected from the outside world and you can remote in towards your OBS. Cool. So let's go ahead and close out of that. So that's basically the part for setting up your OBS. Now let's talk about with the Streamlabs OBS. If you skipped, even though that I mentioned there'll be a timestamp with Streamlabs OBS, I strongly recommend of watching the full video instead of skipping, so I do apologize for that. Watch the full length because I actually got into depth of how to port forward, how to set up all your stuff, and etc. So in the previous video of how to set up a RTMP server, it shows push, then it shows the RTMP server of where you're trying to go towards to Facebook, Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, get rid of that. Get rid of the push line and just have this line specifically. And just make sure you go towards your NGINX config file and just leave it as that. So make sure that you have that port forwarded as well. So I'm actually live streaming from my LiveU, and if I were to go towards my OBS, which I need to show you regardless, and we'll also go towards the Streamlabs OBS, we want to pull that feed. So if we go towards media source and hit OK and uncheck local file, and it's going to be RTMP : then your DNS, your DNS or your IP address, ddns.net/live, then whatever your stream key that you have set up in the previous video. Then you hit OK, then it'll start to pull that feed. See right there, like you'll see my carpet a little bit dusty, dirty. I do apologize for that. Let's go ahead and do the Streamlabs OBS, and I'll show you how I set up with my LiveU of how to pull that feed. So let's go ahead and do the Streamlabs OBS. Let's open that up. I want to go ahead and close out of this. We don't need this anymore. So we're gonna have that open up. Additionally, I need to open up my phone for this so I can show you of how to show you how to do it from the Streamlabs OBS app on the phone. So I'm gonna open up Reflector. What I want is to mirror the phone. It's gonna take a moment. Still loading up OBS. Okay, don't show again. Okay, so now that I have my iPhone popped up, what I want to do is go towards the OBS Streamlabs app on my iPhone, which is right here on the top. And now that you'll see everything. If we go ahead and hit the two bars on the top left that's going horizontal, and you click on remote control, it's a little bit laggy. It's going to ask for a QR code, which you'll get that from the, let me move this towards the side. You'll get the QR code from the Streamlabs OBS desktop application. Hit settings, click on remote control, and then click show. Then now, go ahead and scan the QR code, which I'm going to do. And so now this has popped up. The one thing that you need to do is backspace out of here, and we need to go back towards our settings. And it'll say slobs remote control. You're going to click on that. Now it shows, okay, this is our local IP. We need to change that. And we also need to port forward the 59650. Let me go ahead and type that down. So it's going to be 59650, which we're going to port forward. And this is where we're going to put in our IP address or our DNS. So it's going to be net or DDNS, excuse me. And now when I try to remote into it, it says connection failed. This is where we actually need to port forward. So let me go ahead and turn that on standby real quick, and we need to port forward this number here. So where is my, is this it? Yeah, that's it. Let me bring up, I need to log in. I want to go towards the advanced, go to advanced setup, port forwarding. So add custom service. We're going to type in slobs archon for remote control. We want TCP and UDP, and we'll go ahead and type in 6. And we're going to hit apply. Now we'll just move that out of the way, and we can click done on here. Now, if we move back towards our phone and we hit scan again, go ahead and back out of that. Go to remote control. We might have to scan for the QR code again, which is completely fine. So let's go ahead and do that. Scan QR code. And now this is back up. Now we got to go hit the back button, hit control, or hit settings again. And now we're going to type in our DNS. Codeactual.ddns.net. Hit OK. Back out. Hit remote control, and voila. Now that we're on the outside internet, that we're not connected towards our LAN, we can hit main, and it'll bring up, oh, where did it go? So I want to hit start soon. Now it's starting soon. If I hit PGL, which is pre-game lobby for me, now we can go through all of our scenes. Additionally, when I was said earlier, oh, we can actually minimize this. Sweet. Okay, so on the bottom left, you see like alerts, like with the eye open. You can actually, for some reason, if you don't want the alerts to pop up, you can go ahead and hide the alerts. If you don't want the events to show, or even for me right here, it says viewer count. I disabled that and re-enabled it, disabled, re-enable. So there's so much more you can do on this versus the regular OBS. So let's go ahead and put that away. It's completely fine. That's essentially how you set it up for how to remote in towards your OBS or Streamlabs OBS. Now, let me show you how to set up your LiveU Solo, and this will be the last part. I took screenshots because I didn't want to edit more than what I should, as blurring out my serial number, which is blacked out right here. And I set up an RTMP server for myself. So when you log in towards your LiveU, you're going to click add new destination. Then you're going to scroll down where it says RTMP generic. So you click on that. Then on number 3, it's going to ask a destination name, which is going to be RTMP : your DNS or your IP address, then /live, then / whatever stream key that you have set up on for your RTMP server. Then it's going to ask for a profile, which I selected the 1280x720p. Then it's going to say your primary ingress URL. So it's going to be RTMP, your DNS or IP address /live / then your stream name is going to actually be your stream key. So follow this format, then you'll be good. Hit submit. Then they'll just take you back to the dashboard, click go live, or also go live from your LiveU. And that's basically it. And to set up our IRL streaming on Streamlabs OBS is, again, media source, then add a new source, uncheck local file, then it's going to be RTMP : whatever your remote server is, then live. Oh, did it froze? Okay, live/test. Then it's going to start pulling that feed. Just give it a second. It should pull the feed. do another one. Oh, let's uncheck this one. RTMP //live/test. There we go. And now you can start messing around with everything. I hope that this video was informative and very helpful. And yeah, don't mind all the dust, and well, it's a little bit dirty. Let's just go ahead and disable that. If you have any questions or need any help, I do live stream on Mixer. We also have a Discord. That's probably the quickest way you can get a hold of me. So I'll see you guys on there, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. We'll see you soon. Y'all take care.
Thank you for sticking around. Please feel free to watch my other videos. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, follow my social media. If you're feeling generous, check out my Patreon or send in a donation of any amount with PayPal. It really helps out with post-production, equipment, food in my belly, and also continue making free content for you guys. Links in the description. Y'all take care, and thank you once again.